Hello, friends, both old and new. I am John St. Baptiste, and this is Music Makes the People Come Together, where we share amazing and eclectic music with amazing and eclectic people like yourselves. This is the midweek music ear candy for this week, and it is a track I hope you really enjoy. There was a local artist who I wanted to feature on midweek music ear candy this week, but had some problems with the links. I'm actually going to talk to her directly tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get an interview because that would be really sweet, especially before I release the track. We will see about that. We'll find out. Speaking of interviews, if you're interested in being a correspondent and you're seeing something musically related that's coming up soon, let me know. And I would love to have you as a correspondent on my channel. So, this week's track is Stay by Sugarland. Now, this is a band I've heard a lot about and I had never listened to. This was recommended to me by Mandolin523, who has been a subscriber since the very beginning, and I think that's very exciting. And I checked this track out, I wrote down my notes, checked out and made a few about the history of the song, and now I'm going to tell you all about it. So, this is a very interesting song because it's an infidelity song, which you get a lot in country music, but it's told from the perspective of the mistress, not from the perspective of the significant other. And that makes it very interesting because it's an entirely different perspective. And the person sounds very weak and needing at the beginning and finally finds themselves and realizes that they don't really necessarily need this person who's just stringing them along and putting them in this situation. I personally, I don't get why someone would be in a situation like this, but it is not my place to judge. And so if you ever have been, don't think that's criticism towards you. It's just something I would never put myself into from any of the three perspectives. I'm a very nice person in general, but I hit my bugger off mode. And that's all that will be said about that. My first thought listening to this track, it's very simple, it's very clean. It's just her voice, the singer. Her name's Jennifer Nettles. Actually, she reminds me a lot of Gianna Nepolciano from Concrete Blonde. And what's also very cool is this reminds me a lot of the song. Oh, I can't remember the name. There's a song by Concrete Blonde that this reminds me quite a bit of. I don't need a hero, I don't need a soldier. I did when I was younger, now that I'm older. I don't need a father, I don't want to be your mother. It's just the only one of us that's half without the other one is you. Awesome song. And it kind of reminds me of it, and her voice and her delivery remind me of it as well. Also, the lyrics remind me kind of, and you probably have to be as much of a music geek as I am to get this, but a cross between Patti LaBelle and Kid Rock. It's heartfelt, but it's still dramatic at the same time. A little bit of melodrama going on there, but it's so well done, and I really enjoy it. I've never heard this band before, but I've heard so many good things about them, and I'm going to check out more of their work because I really like this. Thank you, Mandolin, for recommending it to me. I know you and your husband, or down there in Texas, should I call him your old man? It was a joke, okay? It was a joke. Please. Sorry. I thought it was funny. If it's not, let me know. But thank you for recommending it to me. I know you and your husband listen to a lot of really cool tracks. You recommended a few to me. Some of them were a little too politically divisive for me to want to put on my channel. Not because I agree or disagree or feel any certain way about the music, just because I think that this channel is not about that type of message, no matter what it is. And I hope that didn't offend you, but you've been here since the beginning, and I really wanted to share something that you shared with me. So I hope you appreciate that that is here on Midweek Music Ear Candy. And I hope you appreciate that I really dug this track, and I think I'm probably picking up a record tomorrow. So there's that. Thank you so much. Now you just gave me another rabbit hole to fall into. I appreciate it. So, I love the fact that this is from that other perspective, though. This song is written from the perspective of the mistress. And she's like, hey, you keep telling me that, I'm the one you want to be with, but you've got your significant other and you keep stringing me along. And it's really cool. Uh, I'm putting up the music video. Let let me know if you think it feels kind of forced, the emotion. It doesn't feel as honest, the crying scenes, as it did when I watched Nothing Compares to You, but I am extremely biased because I am in love with Sinead O'Connor, and I would stop being single if she said, hey, John, I'd, like to date you because, you're just like this great guy. But anyway, so that was my one negative thought about the video and the song, but I really enjoyed it. And thank you, Mandolin, so much for sharing it with me. So I hope to see you all back here soon. So, trivia came up last Sunday. I have not had one single answer. Let's see if somebody can come in and answer this question, because it would really mean a lot to me. If you answer the trivia question, you get your own smooch. And you get your own special track of the week that has to do with the teaser for the week. So the question is, last week's playlist was If I Was Young, It Did Not Stop You Coming Through by the Buggles. And it was from the song Video Killed the Radio Star. What band did the Buggles go on to become members of? And if you want a really special bonus, then please give me the name of the album on which they did that. You guys are smart people. I'm sure one of you knows this, and I'm sure one of you can come up with it, and I really hope it happens. But in the meantime, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be a correspondent, leave it in the comments section down below. Speaking of the comments section down below, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you subscribe so you know when I put up new content and I get to share new music with you, which is what I want to do. I want to share music with you, you to share music with me, and us all to share music with each other. Share it with your friends, share it with some random stranger, which I think is the most awesome thing in the world. Tomorrow night, teaser for this week's playlist will be up. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I actually have essentially playlists for the next 4 weeks put together, and I'm really excited about that. One of them will be a dealer's choice video, which I've had some really good response to, which is just me staying in the genres of the playlists that I have, but playing whatever the hell I want. And I like that, and I like you for liking that, because once in a while that little brain break is just so freaking nice. So Sunday, the full video will be up, and I hope you check that out too. I am going to go ahead and get off of here. I hope you really dig this track, and if you do, please give a shout out to Mandolin523 who sent it to me. Next week, hopefully I will have this very cool local artist who I have never heard anything from, but I've met. And I'll hopefully be sharing that for the Midweek Music Ear Candy, which is always subscriber-based, and I will play whatever you want, listen to it, and give you my thoughts immediately. So, in the meantime, have a wonderful evening, and a great day the next day. I want to thank you for being here. Please PLUR and be excellent to one another and party on.